Well, good morning. It's the day after Christmas, 2023, 5:30 a.m. It's a cold morning, about 32 degrees, and we're headed to Branson, Missouri. Should take us about 10 hours to get there, and we're taking you along with us. Let's go. So, with Christmas over, we packed up the car, turned off the Christmas lights, and headed to Branson. We arrived at the condo a little before 4. Now I should mention, for those of you who have been listening to the channel, you know we own a condo in Branson. But this is not it. We were unable to stay in our own condo this time due to damages done from water. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. This condo is located in the same building and same complex as our condo, but on the 3rd floor instead of the ground floor. After getting everything unloaded from the car and into the condo, we headed over to Vaskin's Deli, which we've talked about in other videos, for a bite to eat, and then over to the grocery store for a few supplies for the week. We had tickets this evening to Anthems of Rock at the King's Castle Theater, and after a cup of coffee to keep me alert after the early morning we had, we were off to see the show. Anthems of Rock is a high-energy classic rock show. It is a show that we've seen before and have talked about on other videos. You can check them out in the playlist. The next morning we headed over to our condo to check out the progress on the renovation. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's still a long ways to go. The water damage from a broken pipe in a condo above has unfortunately destroyed the ceiling, the floor, the cabinets, and part of the wall. The living room, dining room, and kitchen will all basically have to be rebuilt. We spent the rest of the day driving around picking up tickets and generally getting organized, and stopping at places like the Branson Cheese Company to pick up some cheese to snack on. The Branson Cheese Company sells a large variety of cheeses and gives you a chance to sample many of them. It's a fun place to stop and a fun place to buy cheese. In the evening, we met a friend for early dinner at Jackie B. Good's Uptown Cafe. Uptown Cafe is reminiscent of a 50s and 60s diner. We've been here before and have actually reviewed it in our Taste of Branson 2 video, which you can check out in the playlist. After dinner, we headed to the Clay Cooper Theater to see the Clay Cooper Country Music Express show. Finally, by our second morning here, we were settled in and ready to take a drive to check out what was going on in Branson, on the Branson Strip and around Branson, on this week between Christmas and New Year's. Let's go for a drive. Our condo is located on Spring Creek Road and is just blocks from Green Mountain Drive, which is part of the Yellow Route. To the right here is Thousand Hills Golf Course, and just on the other side of Thousand Hills is Green Mountain Drive. head up here and hit the yellow route, which is on Green Mountain Drive, and we're gonna head on over to Table Rock Roasters to get us some coffee. The yellow route is one of the alternate routes around traffic in Branson, along with the blue and red routes. I did a whole video on the alternate routes if you'd like to check those out, also in the playlist. This is probably our most used route when we're headed to the beginning of the Strip, located at the intersection of Fall Creek and Highway 76. On our right is Florentina's, a popular Italian restaurant here in town. Also located on the right here are Reunion Lodges, built to house multi-family visitors to Branson. We'll turn right here on Wildwood Drive and continue on the yellow route to Fall Creek Road. On the right here is Thousand Hills Golf Course and the check-in area for the golf course and housing. Located on the left here is Dreams to Reality Vacations, my rental management company. We'll turn left here and continue up the yellow route on Fall Creek Road to the beginning of the Branson Strip. As you can see here, it's beginning to rain, and the GoPro picked up more of the raindrops on the windshield than were actually noticeable when looking through the window. At the top of the hill is the intersection of Fall Creek Road and 76 Country Boulevard, the beginning of the Branson Strip. We'll be turning left here onto the Strip and headed down to our favorite coffee place, Table Rock Roasters. At the beginning of the Strip is Fritz Adventure on the right, Dick Clark's Theater on the left, and Dolly Parton's Stampede on the right. Dolly Parton Stampede was actually holding 4 dinner shows on this busy day in Branson. Let's turn in here and get some coffee. Coffee in hand, we'll head out the back way behind Dolly Parton's Stampede and back up to the beginning of the Branson Strip for our drive down the Strip. This is Dolly Parton's Stampede on the right, and the parking lot in the rear is already beginning to get cars for the 12:30 p.m. show. Let's turn right here and head back up to the Strip. At the top of the hill is Fritz Adventure, and the intersection where we entered the Strip a few minutes ago from the opposite direction. We'll turn right here and head back onto the Branson Strip. As you can see from all the cars going in the opposite direction, Branson is very busy on this third day after Christmas. This time we'll head past Table Rock Roasters and continue up the hill on the Strip. On the right, Billy Bob's Dairyland, a popular eatery in Branson. Another popular barbecue place in Branson is Famous Dave's, which we're passing on the right. And up ahead you can see the orange buildings of the Grand Country. Now, somewhere between re-entering the Strip and this point, we decided that donuts would go really well with our coffee. And since there was a Krispy Kreme located here, it was just a little too hard to resist. After securing a variety of donuts, let's head back up to the Strip. It had begun to rain a little bit more as we left Krispy Kreme. Now apparently I forgot how to use the windshield wipers, so bear with me as we look through the rain on the windshield. Places like Wonderworks were popular today, as it was a good way to get inside out of the cold and wet. Some shows like Presley's Country Jubilee on our left were already closed for the season, while many shows were still having shows all week long. All of the indoor attractions seemed busy on this cold and rainy day. The Clay Cooper Theater, where we saw Clay Cooper's Country Music Express yesterday and would see the Haygoods on this evening, is on our left. While on our right, just past Heroes, is the hard-to-miss Titanic Museum. The Titanic Museum was another busy place on this day. On the left is Ripley's Believe It or Not, and on the right the Branson Ferris Wheel and Track Family Fun Parks. Also on the right, Andy's Frozen Custard, which always seemed to have customers even though the weather outside did not seem to lend itself to frozen custard. The Hughes Theater was still having shows this week, as was the Mickey Gilley Grand Shanghai Theater on the right. While on the left, the Dutton Theater was finished for the season. Let's continue on the strip past the obviously closed Branson Whitewater to the end of the strip where it meets Shepherd of the Hills Expressway. Here on the right is the Branson Toy Museum, the world's largest. And finally, as we neared the end of the Branson Strip, I remembered where the windshield wiper switch is. At the intersection ahead, we will turn right onto Shepherd of the Hills Expressway, the beginning of the Red Route. This route would eventually lead us all the way back to downtown Branson. On the right here, you will see Golden Corral and the entrance to Little Hacienda Mexican restaurant. On the left is the IMAX complex. Also on the left is Whitney's Craft Mall. We're going to end this video here. We'll pick back up in the next video as we continue our drive through other parts of Branson and through downtown. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, would you give us a thumbs up, share it, and leave us a comment to let us know what you think? We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. And be sure to check out this video next for more travel fun, and don't forget to subscribe. Your subscriptions are always greatly appreciated.